You think you're smart with money? But let's be honest. What if I told you that intelligence doesn't matter as much as you believe? What if the decisions you make, the investments you choose, and the risks you take are driven more by your emotions than by your intellect? That realization can be disheartening. You believed you were in control, yet your mind may be leading you astray. Stop and think about this. How often do you find yourself reading articles or watching videos about investing, convinced that you are doing everything right? But then, somehow, you're still not reaching your financial goals. It's a contradiction that many fail to notice. If investing is so simple, why are so many people getting it wrong? As we explore this painful truth, consider how your emotions shape your financial decisions. Every day, people like you and me are losing out in the world of finance. What does that say about your understanding? What if I told you that the average investor underperforms the market because they succumb to their emotions? You might wonder why this happens. But here's what nobody tells you. The mind is a treacherous labyrinth, especially when it comes to money. You see, while wealth is often associated with intellect and strategy, the reality is that our psychological traits can sabotage even the best laid plans. Imagine you've decided to invest in a promising tech startup. You've done your homework. You've read the books. You've watched the videos. But when the stock dips, you panic. You can feel your heart racing. That's cognitive dissonance, the clash between what you believe and how you behave. You convinced yourself that you were ready for this, yet your fear of losing money triggers an impulsive decision to sell. It's almost as if your emotions have hijacked your rational thought process. So, why does this happen? The concept of loss aversion comes into play. Research shows that the pain of losing money weighs heavier than the joy of gaining it. Think about that for a moment. It's understandable. You work hard for every dollar. But what if this very instinct, designed to protect you, is the reason you're failing to build wealth? You're losing money right now, not just because of bad investments, but because of your reaction to them. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you held on to a losing investment too long, thinking it would come back? That's a common pitfall many investors fall into. Instead of cutting your losses, you cling to outdated beliefs and false hope. It's this emotional attachment that leads you to miss opportunities. You may think you're being rational, but your brain is working against you. This is where the social proof reversal comes in. Everyone else is doing it, right? That herd mentality can lead you to believe you're making sound decisions. But what if I told you that the wealthiest individuals often go against the grain? They create their own narratives instead of following the crowd. They understand that true investing isn't about following trends, but about managing their emotions. But let's dive deeper. Picture yourself years down the line. Imagine it's 5 years from now, and you're still stuck in the same financial loop. How does that feel? This is the consequence of ignoring your psychological patterns. You can't simply wish your way to wealth. It requires understanding the pain points buried deep within your financial psyche. Here's where it gets even more profound. You might think you're educated, but what if education isn't enough? The gap between knowing and doing is where your psychological barriers reside. You believe you're making informed decisions, yet your actions tell a different story. That's cognitive dissonance rearing its head again. You need to face this discomfort head-on. Your identity is challenged with every financial decision you make. You've likely crafted a narrative around yourself as a smart investor. But what if that narrative is flawed? What if your self-image is built on shaky foundations? Understanding this can be unsettling, but it's also liberating. It opens the door to change. This painful truth about investing psychology forces you to confront your financial identity. Are you the savvy investor you think you are, or are you merely a victim of your emotional biases? If you can't answer this question honestly, you remain trapped in a cycle of disappointment. But here's the transformative insight. The key to successful investing isn't about the latest trends or stock tips. It's about mastering your emotions. Once you acknowledge that your psychology influences your decisions, you can begin to break free from the chains that hold you back. Imagine how different your financial life could be if you prioritized emotional awareness over impulsive reactions. Why do I emphasize this? Because until you recognize the power of your mind, you'll always remain a step behind. You have the potential for wealth, but it's entangled in a web of misguided impulses. The implications are profound. Your future is at stake. If you continue to allow your emotions to dictate your investments, you not only jeopardize your financial security, but you also undermine your self-worth. Every financial misstep chips away at your confidence, creating a cycle of fear and regret. But what if you took control? It starts with introspection. When faced with uncertainty, pause. Reflect on your feelings. Are they guiding you or misleading you? This kind of emotional intelligence is crucial in the world of investing. It allows you to make choices that align with your long-term goals rather than short-term fears. As we wrap up, consider this. Understanding your financial psychology is not merely an academic exercise, it's a pathway to empowerment. Embrace the discomfort of facing your emotions. Challenge the narrative you've created around your financial identity. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe to Mind Over Money right now, because understanding your financial psychology is how wealth actually starts. Hit that like button if you're ready to think differently. The journey to financial clarity begins with the recognition of the psychological barriers that hold us back. Don't let your emotions dictate your future. Take control today.